You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, my goodness. Don't look now, but the Chicago Sky got a victory last night. Now, this is preseason. Let's make sure we keep perspective. But I will say this. It looks like Vandersloot and Camila Cardoso has got a little something working. And Tyler Marsh looks like a clear upgrade at coach for the Chicago Sky. You guys know I'm always going to be fair. And because I'm always going to be fair, I'm going to point out everything that I can get to here. Now, you may be like, but Angel Reese. Well, but Angel Reese, what? 9 points last night, 8 rebounds, 4 for 9 from the field, continuing to not shoot 50% as a big from the field. By the way, Ariel Atkins looks like a pretty good get, but she's got to do better from the field. 4 for 10. Yikes. So, the Sky won, but look, one of the biggest stories to come out of this game is you're playing one of the considered to be top 4 teams in the league, the Minnesota Lynx, and nobody showed up to watch this game. All right? Again, 5 million Instagram followers do not equate to basketball fans. It's a totally different group of people. You've got a basketball player, you got a celebrity that, or somebody that thinks she's a celebrity, that happens to be a basketball player. All right, but she's not celebrity enough to actually pack in the stands. And guys, there is some ugly numbers here. By the way, this arena holds roughly 10,000 fans, okay? It was at the Wintrust. You see that right there. 4,688 fans showed up to a game that Angel Reese is playing in. Now, somebody pointed out on X earlier, I saw, and I shared it, that, well, only like, they literally said 90% of the Fever Arena was empty on Friday. Now, that arena holds like 16,000, I think, just off the top of my head, and they had 12,500 fans there. I would not be talking about the Fever's attendance figures when it had been widely known Caitlin Clark was not going to play in that Fever game on Friday, which absolutely killed the walk-up traffic that was going to buy tickets at the window to walk into that game. And still 12,500 fans showed up. You got to be kidding me. They couldn't, if the Fever would have moved those fans to this arena, 2,500 people would have been standing outside not being able to get in. This situation is not the same, and it's going to keep getting called out. As long as people try to act like it's the same, it's going to keep getting called out. Ouch. Chicago Sky with their second straight home game where the arena is not even half full. It was a great game. HVL did great. Come on, Chicago. Some tickets were only $3. There is no comparison. There is no excuses anymore for a certain side of the fan base. Y'all are a vocal minority, and there's now statistical data that is flat proving it. Flat proving it. How about another little tidbit? I almost made a video because Paige Becker's debut only drew 406,000 viewers. I decided to pass on it. Why? There's a bigger story. 305,000 viewers for the Sky game against the Brazil national team. 305,000 viewers. By the way, Ion is a free over-the-air antenna station. If you've got an antenna, you can watch Ion Network. If it's any kind of a real antenna. But the point is, you don't have to have ESPN. You don't have to have anything that's pay. By the way, the Ion is available for free on the Roku app. Free. It's one of their live channels. So there's no excuse. Nobody watched that game between the Sky at LSU for Angel Reese's homecoming. Nobody watched. Nobody watched. Nobody was there. Half the arena was empty. And they had, let us understand something, 1 million less fans tuned in for that game versus the Fever against the Brazilian national team in Iowa City. 1 million. That argument of they're tuning in for me too is over. No, they are not. Nobody is showing up and nobody is tuning in. Wow. I mean, come on. By the way, this Sky team looks better than I thought. Angel Reese actually tweeted this out. Now I can tweet. I made it through. God did. Because, woo, I'm tired. Because you, what? Had a preseason game. Okay. You had a birthday party. Nobody's feeling sorry for that. Met Gala? You could have not went to that too. By the way, I don't care nothing about the Met Gala, but boy, it proves a lot of points here. Angel Reese chose to have a birthday bash. Throwing yourself a party isn't work. Yeah. Angel Reese shot 4 for 9 from the field for 44%, just 9 points. Was a -6 for the game. The only Sky starter with a negative plus-minus in the game. So 50% of her actives was not work but choices. Agreed. Didn't have to have a birthday bash. I'm not hating on her for it. I'm not. If she wants to have a birthday party, she can. That's her choice. No one cares. People thought this was a ESPN parody account. No, that's SportsCenter that had the nerve to tweet that bullshit out. Dog, stop posting about Angel Reese. No one cares. So she's played 2 preseason games. I'm dead. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody gives a F. I mean, I would say after all of this statistical knowledge we all have now, the actual analytics, that is 2 arenas that had less than half capacity for what everybody keeps telling us is somebody that's star is equal to Caitlin Clark. Shut the bleep up. Come on. Stop it. 1 million less fans tuned in. And, by the way, this also proves a bigger issue. WNBA still got a lot of problems. If Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are not involved, they still got a ton of problems. Paige Beckers, 400,000 people tuned in for her debut. Quit comparing Paige Beckers to Caitlin Clark. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.